Hello my diamonds and welcome to my channel. My name is Xabiso, otherwise known as Miss X. I speak on all things real estate and self-development. In this video we'll be talking about how we are going to be glowing up in 2024, and this is episode 3. Let's get into it. So in the previous videos we spoke about our plan for glowing up in 2024, and then in another video I spoke about how do we break a bad habit. In this video I'll be speaking about how to create a good habit. Huge disclaimer, creating a good habit is hard. A bad habit is easy, right? So there's been psychological sort of research in saying that if you do hard things, it conditions your brain into believing that you are capable of doing things, right? So with this in mind, a lot of people promote, for a lack of a better English word, a lot of people promote doing hard things in the morning. All right. So whatever habit that you want to do and it is hard, I suggest that you start it in the morning. It should be form part of your morning routine, the hard things, right? Why do I say this? For example, if you want to start exercising and you put exercising at 4 o'clock in the evening, it is going to be very easy to talk yourself out of exercising at 4 o'clock. Because you're going to tell yourself, oh, I've done all of these easy things. Well, you won't see them as easy. I've done all of this, and you're going to see this huge mountain, and it's going to be easy to talk yourself out of it, right? So do hard things. A lot of people suggest doing hard things first thing in the morning. The point of all of this is that this good habit that you want to start with it in the morning, right? Make it part of your morning routine. Then number 2, make it attractive, right? For example, you want to exercise. I'm very much a believer in good exercise clothing, your 2-piece sets for the gym. That's a good motivator of getting up and going to exercise. I have this beautiful little thing, which which allows me to track everything. So it's more attractive to me if I can track everything. So yesterday I burned 300 calories. Today let's burn 350 calories. It's nice. You can see, right? You can see what you are doing, and that makes it much more attractive. As opposed to waking up and just jogging until kingdom come and coming back. You have no indication what your time was, no indication of what your kilometers were, no indication of how many calories you have burnt. There is no motivation to keep doing that thing because it is not attractive, because you're not keeping track of it, right? It is not attractive to you because you have no sense of sort of motivation to keep going. There's no motivation to keep going, and motivation comes from making it attractive. Making it attractive is usually your ability to track it, right? And then I think to start a good habit or starting good habits, you need to start by introducing one thing at a time. My unpopular opinion is that I am not a fan of challenges, especially challenges. My unpopular opinion is that I'm not a fan of challenges that affect my health. For example, your 75 soft, 75 hard, 90-day or 30-day what challenge. I believe those things they exacerbate the yo-yoing lifestyle, and that yo-yoing lifestyle is unsustainable, right? Especially the 75 hard, 75 soft, right? It has a list of all of these things that you must do, and if you default on one, you must start all over again. Those things tend to not to be kind on yourself, right? We as humans don't operate, we're not robots. We can't operate at the same efficiency straight, right? So I think those type of things, especially when it relates to my health, they promote that yo-yoing of things, and they all, you know what the story, how the story goes. Yo-yo dieting never works. And I know this for myself. I tried 90-day challenge where I stopped meat, alcohol, sugar. I did it for 90 days, but I went back to my default settings after that 90 days. Right? So if you want to start exercising, or you want to generally start a habit that is good, you want to introduce one thing at a time. You can't now say you want to start exercising, you want to run 5 kilometers every day, you want to cycle 25 every. It's hard, right? Remember, good habits are hard, bad habits are easy, right? So you want to start with one thing. For example, the way I started introducing a healthier lifestyle for myself. So that's the habit I wanted to create, a healthier lifestyle, right? I didn't do these, I went away with these challenges, right? The first thing I started was the easiest part, was the exercising. So I'm a sporty person, so exercising for me is not that difficult compared to my eating habits. So I wanted to exercise more regularly. How did I do that? I got myself to a proficient level of consistency in terms of my exercise. By proficient level of consistency is at least, if there are 7 days a week, I need to get 50% is a pass. So 4 out of 7 is a pass. So for 4 days in a week, I need to be jogging, running, some sort of exercise, right? And then when I got that right, then I said, okay, I need to be jogging 5 kilometers 4 times a week, right? So you need to be introducing one thing at a time and master that one thing before you introduce another thing. I think it's going to be easier to sort of add on to, in the efficiency world, they call it habit stacking. So you get used to the one habit and you bring in another one. Get used to the two, you bring in another one. So that's what they call habit stacking, right? And I want to also say, the fourth thing, you need to be kind to yourself. Be very kind to yourself. If you default, which is why I say get yourself to a proficient level of consistency, because you will not be operating at 100% all the time. So it's okay if after 4 weeks you exercise for 2 weeks in that week, right? We are allowed to have a down week or a down season. So be kind to yourself. And remember, it's not necessarily a destination, it is a journey which will require continuous improvement, continuous reflection, and continuous moments of you being proud of yourself. I am an advocate of rewarding yourself, but make sure that you don't reward yourself with the bad thing, right? Let's say, for example, you have reached, in fact, I like the Virgin Active way of rewards. You get a smoothie if you go for 2 days in a week for more than 30 minutes. The reward is something healthy, right? It's something good. Maybe if you say you exercise and keep to that specific routine, you buy yourself a, a gym set, right? And I'm going to leave it there, right? And that's how you essentially, the building blocks of creating a good habit. And lastly, be kind to yourself. It's okay to default once in a while, right? And I think that is it for our episode 3. My name is Xabiso Lumbo, otherwise known as Miss X. Thank you for having me. I mean, if you've enjoyed some of these tips and you've tried a few things that I've mentioned, please do like, comment, and share this video. And if you want to see more of this content, please do subscribe. Thank you for having me.